welcome. You're live. If you're just tuning in, welcome. This is another MSU, Moorish Science University. First time, give all praise due to Allah. Shalom. Yes, I'm saying, had to stand with Moorish right here on favorite things. Sufi is be specific, like to give honors for honors is due to all the heavenly hosts and the surrounding throne and the thirsty. You know, Hasael Salatu Salam, Ibrahim Salatu Salam, Hail Salatu Salam, Israfil Salatu Salam, Mikael Salatu Salam. And we give you high honors to the Boondock Saints and all the apostles, prophets of Allah from ABC, through our lead. You know what I mean? Jesus, Buddha, Confucius, Muhammad Salatu Salam. And this is another Saturday rock out we here with you. Get a little peep in. Give you a second to come on in. Yeah. All right. MSU, porch right here. So we just pause it. Yeah. So here we go. So, what a festive turnout intro that was. You know, one love everybody out there in the sphere. This is our MSU, Moorish Science University for short. MSU for short. We go from pre-K to doctorate. You see what I'm saying? This is what we're doing right here. So check it out. This is our faith-based academy that we do in person, but also since the pandemic under special requests and behest of the Moorish mothers and brothers and some others as well that requested that we could take it to the cyber charter academy format. So we teamed up with Anointed by God Ministries, with Prince Bishop Alfred L. Phillips. So, to him, shalom, big ups, and out of so-called New Jerusalem City, Jersey City, and I had my charter from Moorish Science America, had my charter from Anointed by God Ministries, and we have started our Moorish Science University format in 2016 with the chief, Alfred Hill from Trenton, New Jersey. And I to him. All right, Islam, listen for you more. And hi, honors to Dr. Bay, our principal, Tina Bay. And just take a look at it because we're going from as true universities study everything in the universe. There it is. There's some of the the actual courses that say tracks that they can have here. We're really focusing on the language arts right now, which we refer to as the Lugah Lodge. And but we most often are focused on the magistrate college, see, with the civics and history, law, jurisprudence, legal writing, legal research, and everything like to that effect. But if you just tuned in, we're going to get to some of the Arabic that you've been waiting for because we've been starting with names. If you remember, if you've been tuning in as of recently, we started with a lot of names and we went through the spellings and we spelled them out and wrote them in by hand, and really got to the root word system of everything. And it was a very exciting time if you watch portions 1 through 2.5. There was about 4 episodes that we had there, portions 1 through 2.5. We call this study group the Lugah Lodge. And the Lugah Lodge was study group started in 2017. And here was the flyer for it, by the way. The flyer for it was made in 2007 when we were paid in commission at that time by Drexel University Uh, and we had the class, what says Sunday, every Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. Learn to speak, read, and write in the modern standard Arabic language, right? This was our flyer back in the day, like I told y'all the last episode. This was it. This was the lava space we did it at as well, right after the Raptors. See what I'm saying? And so we're going to really, really get into it today. So it should be very exciting for those who tuning in. We have our resources up so that you can really get a whiff of what the issues are with Arabic and what the letters are, because this is our first letter writing and identification. Because as you know, we've been basically, you know, jumping right into it, striking right with the letters, and I explain how to write them. I explain what they are. I compare English letters to go right to group word. We got a message in there. Check. Oh, brother Mark Ballard, advocate, says peace. So peace up. So shalom to you on this happy holy day Shabbat. Um, I'm up here, 676, 76, 13. You know what I mean? The Sixth Church in Philadelphia. And we're dealing with our Arabic training. Here we go, right here. Right. So this is our first letter, y'all. That's the Aleph. And these are letters from that are written on our loot cards. That's why it says loot there, which means pearls. Loot, that little apostrophe there is, use my pen, a little apostrophe there is makes it that uh but that guttural sound. Loop, loop, right? That's the Aleph. It's worth one numerically. Numerically. You're gonna see a lot as we go through these courses and everything. You'll see what it is as far as their own mathematical numerical scale. It's called the abjad, and we will talk about it later on. Um, but just know when you see the numbers attached to these letters, they're not arbitrarily placed, and they're not. I didn't place them there as far as I didn't make them up. So this is the standard abjad numerical sacred supreme mathematics type of flow for the Arabic letters. So that's deep in itself. And you can get in the future, we'll inshallah, mashallah, have the Luton cards available and you'll see how that works for you. And that's the second letter. Bay. Bay. Bay is the letter B equivalent, right? I always tell y'all. Look how Bay looks. Just a little boat, little thing, little with the B, with the dot at the bottom. So that you'll see that the difference between these next three letters, these are like triplets, we call them in a sense. Because you got sets of twin letters, as you'll see visually. You have triplets and twins, and they'll be shaped the same, but the only difference is that there's a dot or there's not, or where the dot is, right? So that'll help you identify the letters. Remind you, back in that ancient times, most of it they didn't have dots. So that was a new occurrence. So now let's go to the letter T equivalent, which is tap. Tap. Now it's worth 400. I mean, that's not that's kind of counterintuitive. It's worth 400. I mean, I would have thought it was going to work in three, like the letter C. So there we go. That is that TH equivalent, right? That is the TH equivalent. That, right? So you got these triplet letters. So you know that shape right there. Boom, boom, boom. with like the bulls up buffalo said, woo, woo, woo. And but the bad got the bottom, the tab, got two dots on the top, and the thad got three dots. G, the letter J equivalent, is there is worth three. Look at that, that was worth 500. If you just tuned in, this is Moorish Science University, MSU, we call it, Arabic Reading and Comprehension Workshop, portion one. You see what I'm saying? And we are learning about the letters, mainly about the letters in the alphabet. When you came on with the first introductory, uh, you know, workshops, it was all about just jumping right in, getting right to the root words of things, and we'll keep going. But this is now we get to the study portion, the real hardcore, you know, linguistics and what you call scholarship that you all really need. And so we'll go to the next one. So, the next one is the letter hat. You have to say it like that, hat, like hot. You say hot, you take a breath. Ooh, that's hot. So that's the hard H. There's two H's in every letter. That's the first one. You go twin letters again, ha and ha, and they look the same, right? But one hat is missing. That means without a dot. And harfa ha, letter ha, has a nukta, a dot, top of the heart, above the heart, above the letter. Ha is worth 8 numerically, and ha, try to say that, is worth 600. You see what I'm saying? So ha is the KH. That ha, that KH now, it will, show up over the years throughout history. Now, this is more science. You heard it here first, more science university. Linguistic stuff. When you trace a letter and when you trace the usage of it, historically, it will tell you stories that you need to know about the cultural transference of the word. So in this case, that is a KH, but you got to know that's one letter. And they just have to put KH in English in order to express it. So the only way they can express it is the KH. Now, when you think of words, and you say, well, okay, we have Egypt, and in Arabia, it's called Mas. So then you go and say, hey, in ancient Egypt, it was called Kim, right? With that K, when you see K words, you have to determine are they truly pronounced with a K or were they pronounced really with a KH? Just like with S words, you got to see if it's really pronounced as an S or SH. Well, we'll get into the SH later, but let's go to the K and the KH. The KH is one letter, hat. But what happens is over the time, like in Clement, you saying Clement, you're really pronouncing it him, him. See, what do you mean, Magi, Professor? What I'm saying is that Kim from Kemet is really KH. They just wrote it with a K. But you have to know that it's KH. Yeah, peace, peace. All right, so I'm back. But you know, I was about to go where they try to bust up the lyric transference from you know what I mean, from the record to y'all. But I'm gonna let y'all know this is a science ain't determined. But inshallah, mashallah. So Kim, that him, when you say ancient Kemet, you really pronounce that KMT. Like, you know what I mean? That's the primary letters. But you know, you put the KEMET. Well, let's say him is him. So that's why you get the words when it transferred to Greek into the modern Latinized, Romanized, and then English letters. That KH turns into CH. So that's where you get chemical. But you don't say chemical. You know, it's really chemical, chemistry, the CH. So that CH is somewhat of a dilution and another step off of the original transliteration, which would be KH more appropriately, right? So that chem, chemical, that CH, to prove it to you, I can prove it to you linguistically, Michelle. This is what it's like. When you have that KH, right, that got boiled down to, you can see it got boiled down to the K. You know how you can tell that the KH as a letter Chai it came from ancient Kemet, all the way into the Middle Ages, into Arabic and Hebrew and all that Arabic, and then into the Roman and the Greek and all this like all this stuff in the modern languages, because that CH, when you pronounce it like CHURCH, I'm putting it in the chat. This is the word. Let's see. Yeah, chat. But people go there on Sundays, whatever they go. But that is what we know as the church. It's the church. So that church, if you look up in the dictionary, etymologically, you'll see almost all dictionaries. I don't even think they have a dictionary that would say opposite, but look it up in a dictionary and you'll see that church as a word, CHURCH, people go to church, it means kirk, it means house, but it means I'm not turning it up because I don't know. Wow, we're back. But y'all ain't stopped for gods. Let me tell you, inshallah, this is Kirk. Kirk, CHURCH is church. Just told you. Church proper pronunciation is with the KH. And you know how we can prove it? Because when you look in the dictionary, it's going to say that etymologically, church was originally spelled KIRK. Now go really read that. Why would church uh, be spelled etymologically? Houseway, they would say, would be spelled etymologically the same as KI. It was spelled KIRK first. It was spelled KIRK first. And it was spelled KIRK first that because that KIRK is really what I just get right back. Praise Allah. Shabbat Shalom. And just tuning in. This is MSU Moorish Science University Arabic Comprehension reading dealing with the alphabet letters. This is the Lugah Lodge, the language house. Lugah means language. In the Moorish Science University. we dealing with Kirk. You're saying that you see church and Kirk. Kirk is really Kirk. Church as a word is really spelled with the KH, not the CH. It's really Kirk. So they when that's the reason. That's the reason when you look in the dictionary is gonna say, um, um, well, I don't know if I even gotta do it like that no more. I could just be like, uh, church etymology, church etymology, right? I mean, this is the modern world, more man. You know what I mean? So, so here go church, right? Church. It just said what? Old English related to what is it related to? Dutch for Kirk, K-E-R-K. German for Kirky, K-I, such and such, R-C-H-E, right? It goes all the way to Kirk, right? It's coming all the way down. Look, compare with who? Kirk. Straight up and down, K-I-R-K. Straight up and down, K-I-R-K. So church, like I was saying, Moran, Moors across these shores, church is really etymologically Kirk. But it would be hard to understand that if you don't know that they took it from the Arabic. If you didn't really realize, well, hold up, they took that from the Arabic. Yeah, they took that from the Arabic. So it's it was the Arabic was getting the language and the letters in a sense from the ancient uh hieroglyphic language and everything. So that's how it was dealing with that. So that ha that ha right. Let's see. Hold on. Give me one moment. This is important, y'all. And, so don't ever say if I ain't tell y'all what the science is uh one moment. But that's what we is. We're still tuning into the letters of the alphabet. If there's any questions, because we're going forward with the next letter. But I was stating that when you have somebody like Kirk Franklin, it's Kirk, it's Church Franklin, Church and Kirk Cameron, right? So that word Kirk as a name means church, but it's really because it's Kirk from hat, from the Arabic letter hat. That's the point. I know, I had to go a little deep in there, but we got the you got some little smart little scholars in y'all out there. Y'all like to, you know what I mean? Be like, uh, we need the seeds. You know how y'all like them seeds. I be mystical. If y'all need the seeds, so I got you. You know what I mean? So that's that hat. That's deep science, bro. That's that hat where they got the CH from that K. Moving right along. All right. Dal is the letter D. And that dal is equivalent numerically to the number 4. And it's that salty dal. Vowel, now dal and vowel, the twin letters. Thou is a TH. Thou, 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 right? And that's for 700. Wow. 700. Ray, Ray, Ray is worth 200 and it's the letter R. Loop Loop, remember, it's just pearls. It's just the name of the flashcard game that I invented that deals with the abjad, the Arabic alphabet and numerical system. Similar to what we have here in our mystery schools of the West, where we have the Supreme Mathematics and alphabet, and you have our numerical thing, and you have the Kabbalah, and you have the sacred geometry. So this is that in the Arabic language. Right? So let's pronounce these letters as we read them over. Ali, Be, Te, They, Gene, Hey, Hey, Dal, Dal, Ray, Zay. Well, Zay's coming up. Ray. Let me pull up Zay. In the meantime, before we go to these letters, let's go. Let's look at some of the resources that we have in the Lugah Lodge, y'all, because we can send you these PDFs, Lord willing, and we can send you the booklets, the study guides, where you can trace these letters and words. It's really deep. So these are very good products. Let's pull up the learning guide that we have, uh, so you can see how you read something and what we can do uh, here to learn some of our Arabic language. And this helps us a lot, inshallah, because these are in color, they are, uh, you know, they are colorful, they are big, they're for all ages. These are beginners guides that we have in the Arabic, and let's see, these will be made available to, inshallah. Uh, let's let's uh, let's 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 go down a little bit. Arabic verbs. Ooh, some of these we went to. Then we deal with this. Then we go with Qatar last time. Remember that KTV? Here it goes. All right. So we got he wrote. We're gonna, I'm gonna have to get a pointer for y'all. He wrote. He wrote. So he wrote. Yaktubu. Yaktubu. He wrote. That's that KTV again. Hold on, let me move the cursor. That's the Y. That those two dots. That's the K coming up. That's the T. That's the B. Y'all remember that B? I just saw the back, right? Y'all just saw that back. Who was the day? Let me see where the day was. Let me pull it up. Figure that out. That's another one. Uh, let's get back. Let's get back to the day. Um, guy. All right, boom. See, so it shows you like Aleph by itself, the letter A by itself is just that line straight up. When it's in the beginning of a word, that's how it looks. When it's in the middle of the word, this would be like a word coming before it, and it goes up into the Aleph. I saw that, and that's how it looks at the end. This is how you write the B. It goes that B again, that ba, bay, right? That's how you write it in the beginning of a word. You just see that little piece. You don't see it. Because see, remember the Arabic, the English cursive, when you write in a fancy cursive, as they call it, we know that that's really quick cursive. They think they just being crafty and witchcrafty and doing soothsaying. So that's why when they saw the calligraphy for the Albion, they just called it cursive. Because that's all they could deal with scribing, trying to deal with lower crafty arts. So, but we're just saying it's cursive, but let's say that scripted connecting language when they do like that. So it all comes from Arabic. So Arabic does connect and it shows you how to uh, do that in the word here. And give us a love offering, and we definitely would be willing to send one to you, Lord willing. And let's see. Um, so That's that bad. So it just shows you in all of these really these just look like these are just great flashcards. So I have all of these resources, but I'm looking for let's go back to what we were doing. Go back. Yeah. So now we're looking at the learning study guide, right? Right? It's me, right? Showing you. Remember, I was saying it's me. That means my name is. It's me. It's me, Rahidi, right? Right? Mananta, Amala, Idrus. These are different names. Moorish Science, right? So these are great tools that we shall use to deal with the language. All right, here we go. Sunday. Sunday is al ahad, right? They just saying day number one, day number two. They use it still like um instead of we say Sunday in Arabic is basically translated to uh day number one, the number one, the number two, the third, the fourth, the fifth. So that's what you're saying every time you're saying what day it is. You're saying Sunday, they were saying al ahad, Monday, al ithnain, because ithnain means two. Tuesday, al thalatha, because thalatha means three. Wednesday, Arabiya, Arabiya, because arba means four. Thursday, Alhamis, Alhamis, because Hamsa means five. Now, Friday is where it's different, Al Jumu'ah, because Jumu'ah means the gathering or the assembly, the congregation. And then Saturday, accept, right? So even in Arabic, they still somehow put that seven in there because that S, sept, right? Saturn, Saturn's day, Satan, Sabbath, sept, right? Sept. So you can just always take it back and you can go back to the hybrid with set, S-E-D, right? And then you can really just say set, S-E-T. So that's set became, see how you trace that word? So then if you really want to bring that ancient word sound power from the ethers in, then you put the letter N, U in there and say soup. So now you really pronouncing it and dealing with the chakras. Now you really dealing with science because now that S and that T, you put wow, you got those stuff really well. You see soot, because soot is black as ever, black as soot. Now you deal with the ancient primordial forces, soot. So now when you saw ST and you said soot, now you see that most of it is trickery because the spell Leviathan is having. See what happened with science, y'all. Moorish Science University. I don't know who might take it like that. Praise Allah. But I'm you already heard. So you're dealing Tower of Babel, and it's you would know that first of all, Bab means door, and El means Elohim. So it's Bab El. So it's the door to El. That's just a clue. But let's say just go with the normal narrative of the biblical text in the sense of the doctrines that they teach it along with it. Um, then they confuse the language. But the confusion of the language that scattered everybody around the world, the big confusion in a sense because the languages are just wow. It's just SLM. Now you can pronounce that with Salam, Salim, Solomon, and such. So spell that locked the world on quarantine and the constant deafening generation was the mispronunciation of the word. And that he so we have so now you take that today, Yom Set. So Yom means day and Set means accept, right? We just saw that. So you always say Yom, but then you say whatever happened Yom. Yom Set, Yom Juma. So Yom Set, accept. So even in Arabic, they kept that. So you see how you, as a linguist here at Lugah Lodge, we teach you how to trace it etymologically and all, and it tells the history. And we will show you. No, so that soot. So soot. Now you're dealing with the ancient melanin. Now you're dealing with the. You see, and then when you water it down a little bit through time and through different cultures, you put change that U or that O. So you put other vowels in there. You say SE, set, step it down a bit. And it said set was equal, but maybe it should have been soot instead of soot. Because when you go down a bit, they call it sunset. So so, he, so it's all different parts of yourself, all different parts of character, personality, all different parts of the attributes of the stages of the existence. So when the sun is coming out of its magnificence glory and being depressed a little bit, it's coming down. So it's sunset. Now he would have stayed soot, he would have stayed in the clouds because the sky is black and melanin is throughout the universe. So he didn't stay in that spiritual chakra, Hashem record. He wasn't soot no more. He came to the stole his egos down like Chapter One of old friend more self whatever. And the slower thing got to break different shells, right? So he became set. He stopped pronouncing the soot set. He set, and I did a step down, sunset, right? You get angry, upset, right? So that's set. Now, when he gets so depressed because throughout the language of the world, people stop acknowledging the attribute of Allah and they think that this is a separate deity of Egyptology. So that it went from soot in the ancient 99 attributes of Allah, soot, and then it went down because it gets passed the word down through the blood and through traveling through different countries and became set. And they calling on that energy and manifesting that in third dimension. And then it gets even worse because soot went from set, and then soot came all the way to hell down, and then that soot sat. Now it's sat. Yeah. Soot Saturn. Saturn. So here's the linguistic. Here you go. A set. That's the Aleph. That's the that line straight up. We know is the A, and that's the L. So AL is the. So that's Al. And then the squiggly line, that's the S. Because you ain't gonna see the bottom of the S. You can see the squiggly. So AL, then the S, and then T. So we got here underneath the bus. We got set, right? A set. So we went from ain't that deep? And then I wasn't listen, well, I did not was plan to say this or anything with that part. But I'm just telling you, this is the process that we do and that you must do. And a part of these linguistics the Sufi style, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So we're dealing with finding the root words, you know what I'm saying? And I got the style perfected when I went to the defense languages, foreign language center, best language school in the country when I studied in the United States Army as a lead, as a translator, Arabic translator. So they teach you the best way to get to the bottom of this, especially the type games they playing on episodes, I'm sure. And so, praise Allah, it says man plays a plane. Allah plays a plane. Surely Allah that's the plan. So this is the science of how you should and how we do it here at the Lugah Lodge. Just tuned in Moorish Science University. I am the Professor Magi Chaplain, the Mahdi, and I am paired with Mark Ballard from Mark Ballard show on a major near the Grand Body House up in West Chicago. So, and you know what it is. That is what it is from soot to set to sat. We have a whole lecture. Soot to set to sat. And so when by the time he got the energy, got the sat, it was the Saturn, sat Satan, right? And they still set, right? Okay. So that's what it is. All right. We do just combing through there for purview. And just so okay. Anta, 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 you are. Anta, Auntie, you are to a female. So you saying you are pretty. Anta, Auntie Jamila to a woman. Anta Jamila. Anta Jamila to a man. Anta Jamila. Hua Jamila. He's having something. Here, Jamila. She is pretty. You, you to a female. Anta, you are to a man. Anna, I am. Anna, Anna Latif. Anna Latif. I'm nice. Anna Jaya. I'm good. Hua, here. All right. Nahnu, Nahtu, Antu. We, you all, they, they. These are dual pronouns. Those dual pronouns show up as suffixes. Those dual pronouns show up as suffixes. Or sometimes prefixes whom, yakagum. Uh, well, I'm thinking like elo, him, ala whom, right? So nobody can tell you more about what the word means. You've been looking at Piscean record in scripture, you say, well, hold up, something wrong. When they say the Tower of Babel in Genesis, how did they say Babel meant confusion with Bab means door? Any time of the space of the language, all periods of the root word, Bab means door, and El is Elion El, is Elohim. So Bab El, they just want to make you think memorize such a bad guy. I, there's a lot of people that want to stay on quarantine in this planet. I mean, and then you really think about it, the whole probably know Drali, he put the main people. I mean, he might not put everybody, but it's the ETC, but it's like he put Jesus, somebody who he said ascended, got off the path of the reincarnation, beamed up. They show him some Bibles that look like the damn near space beaming down on this nature, like in that Bible through all ages, like so these are only five people. Jesus who confuses. These are only people who did ever representative of those who escaped eventually, or something to that effect. You feel me? So it's like, um, all these things would be crazy. It's like so now Nimrod's the bad guys. He's trying to be more proclaimed, like Elijah. Elijah just said he beamed it off so hard in a damn tractor beam. I mean, I thought Spock was up there some shit. Yeah, I mean, it's part of my friend. So like he beamed it up so hard. Elijah, the other boss has to hold on to his stove, you know what I mean? His cow, and it comes off his body because the tractor being pulling him up. He's on his body. He pull it on him, and he becoming. So everybody get to beam up. They fly like that, or they figured it out. Or you know what I'm saying? Somebody put a bug in their ear or something like that. Just if they come holler at you, something like that. But other than that, then Nimrod also he's a bad guy. He go battle, he tower, he's not bad. He gonna, he's trying to get off. So then you'll look at it differently. You'll be like, because you can keep going through all the scripture and see where the mistranslation was that they were purposeful. You see? So that's how we're doing it here, Morris. And this is what it is. I don't, if you have something to say, you agree with it, as far as some of the scriptures or not, it doesn't matter, but let's talk about it. These are this is how you get to the root of language and stuff. How you get to the bottom of it. This is investigative reports. You see what I'm saying? Because remember, see, as a As a linguist, you know what I mean, Arabic translator, my MOS was 98 gold. That's crypto linguist analyst. So I teach you how to be linguist intel, military intelligence, you money. You know what I'm saying? So this is the way you get to the bottom of it, yo, and back up to the top, and boiling it down, breaking it in half, adding it together, building your own words, cracking code. Look, I took you from soot to set. I don't know. The daddy did. I said soot, and I gave this. Dude, that was it, bro. That was the phrase I lied. I had to get high and honestly told you about I was like, this is what it is. So this is the manual. I got pages we're gonna read from this, and let's see. There's the workbook of writing exercise, handwriting, baby bubble, baby love, baby mama. Let's see. Okay, all right. So look at that. So that, yep, tab. So you can get your right on, just like we did in you know what I mean? Because when you learn a new language, you're still being a baby. So you might as well get your right on, right? Get your right on. These letters off that gene, they trace it just like the regular letters, man. This is priceless, dude. I'm telling you. Look more. This is Saturday session, Saturday school. You feel me? Because we got to do the school on Shabbat. We got Holy Day 3 in a row, Holy Day Friday. You know what I mean? The Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? The day, the Sunday. You know, all I mean. Because see, really these religions. This is why I probably moved through all these so masterful by putting, just give you a clue, putting the pot, putting them on that name card. Because the seven Elohim, and really the religions, they're just stuck on one Elohim as opposed to you know, they're like, oh, we love Mikael. So we just call him Jesus. And then we say Mikael. And then so that's his day is on the Sunday. And the day is cold. So they just deal with the sun and government. And then they like, whoever like Gabriel dealing with Monday, whoever like, you know what I mean? Like, that's really deep down more of you know. Study it, Pocket Destiny book 1 and 2. But some of you more really sure if you ask these questions online, they already got the answers to this. I mean, I can chime in and ask the Magi, I can trust me. Okay, and we're back. All right. If you're just tuning in, it's MSU, Moorish Science University. This is our Arabic language, comprehension, and reading workshop. First one with the letters, the alphabet, um, and everything. We're still here. We have a few minutes left, 5 minutes or so. Here we go. Internal organs, yo. It's the deep, right? They tell you how to spell it. These are big, beautiful pictures, man. Boy, some of your love offering up in this joint at $, Magi Chaplain Needle, out Rakatan. And they tell you how to spell it. Lungs, Aleph, ready. Which one? Point here. Aleph. That's the A. So that's the A here. The L is here coming down. A L. The R is that little book. The the T is here. The I is here with a little dot. Rapid T is here, 2 dots. Then the A back up in here. It's the same A, but look how it looks in the middle of it. Kind of similar. This is how it looks by itself. You can't connect A to Aleph to the left. So that's why it's not connected to the left. It's not connected to that lamp or that L. It's just A space A, then the L. ALRIT A. That's that noon. That's that N. Right? Right? Then you say Al Kabad. AL Kabad. KBD. Liver. Wow. Alkila. Al Kibit. Kibit. It's written differently than it's spelled. Al Amna. Al Amana. Intestines. Wow. This is just, what a guy. Enjoying this. Yeah, this is special honors and shout out to Bay Band Family Trust. You know what I mean? Some of my Moorish Science University students, UT Bay. Ah, peace and love, Islamism to you, Admiral Ibn, uh, DJ Bay, Kalichi and them, and any of the young folks that are participating, praise Allah for you and your families sign up and have your families sign up for Science University at Gmail. Also, you can text me or email me, the numbers scrolling by, and you can send a love offer for the stuff going up in there for general for GP and some Seneca, but also I got these Arabic um, tools that you need to use and pull them up and share them with others and actually have your own dang study groups ready around the country. I mean, this is top tier. I mean, this is top tier. Praise Allah. You know what I mean? Look at this, the pancreas, and this gives you the English and Arabic in big old fancy, straight up clear letters. And I'm going to show how to break it down. Right? ALMR AL, that's the alpha thing going up, that's the lamb coming down, right to that circle there, that's the M. They don't sew the A slash above, it's okay. They don't sew the slash, but then there's the R, that hook, and then it, Allah, that stop it, wow. Here we go. I'll back of they named just like pancakes. Or it goes some colors, amazing colors. Ahmar, red. Ahmar, red. Azra, blue. Akhdar, green. Asphalt, yellow. Aswad, black. Bantakali, vertical, that's supposed to be an R. Oh, Bantakali, that's great. Bamadi, that's great. Booney, that's brown. There's other words for those two. Ramadi. Okay. Because actually, when you say Ahmar red, you say that for masculine word. But if it was a feminine word, you say Hamarata. You put the A at the end. There's a feminine word if you don't say Azra. If you're saying a blue pen, you would say column Azra, because column is a male word. But if you're saying something that's a female word, Zujaja, bottom, you would say Zujaja Azra. You would say Zujaja Zerka, because you have to put the A at the end. I wouldn't be Akhtar if you're describing a female word. It would be Hidayah. It would be Asfar if you're describing a yellow female word, like uh, like you say, the yellow bottle or something. Then you would say a yellow car, Ciara. So you wouldn't say As, you would say Ciara Asfar. You would say Ciara Safara. Safara, because the A went go there. I'm gonna say, Aswad, I'm gonna say Sauda, Sauda, right? So each one of them, you put the A at the end if that's you're describing a feminine word, right? It's showing you here. Kamis, Kamis, Kamis Akhtar. See? That green shirt. Kamis Akhtar. Fustan Hadaka, dress. So you wouldn't say Akhtar. They both mean dress. They both mean green, but you see how the A, remember, Lisa's root word system. So it's still got the KH. That's one letter now. Do not mistake that as two letters. That's one letter, that KH. So you got the KH, the D, and the R. So you still got that down here, KH, the D, and the R. All that's suffixes and prefixes involved. So cut ah, so kamis shirt. So you say shirt green, kameez akar, a green shirt, kameez akar. But if you say dress is a female word. They're saying so. You say fustan is it for a female? So fustan hadra hadraha hidraha. So that KH would be here, but it go at the end. The A will go at the end. Kameez akar or fustan hadraha, a green dress. So they both mean green. So we will go over that later, Lord's willing. You know what I'm saying? So praise Allah and give high honors to his holy and divine prophets from A to Z. I hope you enjoyed this Moorish Science University uh, workshop, our first of our reading and comprehension. As you know, we were freestyling, giving y'all some interest, letting y'all spell these names and stuff. We'll get back to the game, but just know this is what it is. On a Shabbat, on Saturday, we went from soot to set to sat, and we're going to teach you the linguistic properties to take it from ancient Kemet, ancient Eve, ancient ancient, hieroglyphic languages, through the Middle Ages, through the Arabic and Hebrew, through the Roman and through the Greek, through the French, Spanish, all the way up to the modern American English. So with that, I'd like to give all honors or honors due. Much love to all of you. One love to everybody who's tuned in. Please hit us up on the Cash App for the love offering. You see what we're doing Monday through Friday. And before I get out there, I just like to say, we do have all of you out there who have specialties, all you Moors across the shores, if you have your L's, the B's, the I's, the A's, E's, and your attributes, you're nationalized, you can be a professor at Moorish Science University. We have Noel Seafood, Christopher Jackson Bay, who's poised to come on, and we're looking for Brother El Hagan and other Moors across those shores to come in because this is actually legit religious academy. We're going it online, but there's a lot of homeschoolers that are participating in cyberspace, and we also encourage you to forward these messages and workshops rather to families that are doing homeschooling and would like to register their children because we give you your certifications and all that, so you're legit. You don't have any issues with dealing with our diplomas that we issue, and we're partnered with other ministries like Anointed by God Ministries, and we have our accreditations and partnerships around the country. And we have our charter for the Moorish Science Temple of America, and praise Allah for all the executive rulers from A to Z. This is the Moorish Medina, Philadelphia MSU classes. We go from pre-K to doctorate degree because it's a real university studying the universe. My Moors, my Moors. All right. This is what we have. High honors to our staff members. Okay. Dean, these are the clubs that, the tracks that each student can take because you have your schedule every day that we're doing with our seeds, our children, the students, right? So what they need to get on the track of what they're going to learn. So register yourself as a professor if you have the credentials and the training on how to teach. And also, these are some of the colleges we have: Charlotte Etiquette, STEAM College, uh, Festival College. Our law college is called Magistrate College, dealing with civics, history, law, jurisprudence, court navigation, legal writing, etc. And that's I became your favorite magistrate in 2013 when I opened up the interfaith court. And since then, in 2022, I graduated from the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania, meaning that the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania jurisdiction, the Supreme Court has a secret judge pool, and like three or four other states in the republic too. And I graduated as a judge or a magistrate right from darn European Albion system at the Capitol building, at the darn Supreme Court building, less the Supreme Court building. So we had rendered unto the God was rendered Caesar was Caesar, rendered unto Allah was Allah. And so we crossing veils at will. But this is what that these colleges that actually come on online shall look like, uh, as we want you to see if you have any skills in these particular areas, then you know in your national Moore, a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America or any scientific Moore that's nationalized or any grand body, then you can willfully be interviewed and vetted to a whole position at MSU Moorish Science University. Giving honors to our staff members, they're giving honors to the International Interfaith Court staff, Chaplain Judy P. Ill, and Amina Ill, Dr. Natima Bay, and Mother Mira Stewart Ill. Praise Allah for all of our faithful parishioners around the country. Praise Allah for you, Islam, Islam, Islam.